Welcome to all of you for today's session. Thank you for joining on time. Today we have guest speaker Kalyani Das from Kolkata. She is a 62 years young lady. At the age of 62, daily she is doing exercises and doing the gym. She is easily able to carry around 40 to 50 kgs weight at 62. When I first met her, I thought she is a middle-aged woman, around 40 years age. But when I heard she is 62, I was really surprised. She is into healing for more than 15 years, mainly pranic healing and different healing modalities she has been practicing. This is the brief introduction about Kalyani Das. And I'm really happy to have her here today as a guest speaker because she personally experienced the difference with lifestyle changes. Because at the age of 62, maintaining the body like a middle-aged woman, it is very difficult. So she will be sharing her personal experiences, what are all she is doing on regular basis to keep her body healthy and strong. Now I request Kalyani Das to start the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Hello and good evening to everybody. Thank you for taking time out on a Sunday evening to listen to me. I would just share a few things about myself and also what can help you have a very healthy lifestyle. So firstly, as you know, as the thing goes that health is wealth, we all know, and it is all about many factors. It is not just about one thing. There are many things together that gives you good health, happiness, peace of mind, everything. So there are many factors to it. So today it's just an interactive session. I will like to share a few of my experiences about how to maintain good health, how to have a positive attitude, and especially during this time, health is very much required because we are going through a very lean phase of life. Everybody is experiencing different kind of health issues, especially with the virus on. So it is very important to have good health and a very good frame of mind. That is what I feel. So firstly, the main thing which helps you is good food. Now, what do you mean by good food? Good food is something that you take. It is all about what you take is what shows on you. Good food doesn't mean that it is only tasty. It has to have all the components in it. It has to have the vitamins, the minerals, the protein, the fat, the vegetables. Everything should be a part of your meal. Now, people, what happens is always we are looking for fast food and quick fix methods. So especially also for the children, whenever they are like, okay, off mood, or we get a 2-minute Maggi noodle and, we serve it because it is convenient for me also and the child to eat also. But that is okay, once in a while you can do that. There is no problem. But on a regular basis, it is important to have a good balanced diet in your life. It is what you eat is what you are. That is going to, and balanced diet means it should have all the colors in your plate. The food should be very presentable. It should be clean. It should be cooked with a lot of love. Now, again, cooking part is, see, people are busy. We cannot expect that every housewife is going to sit and cook. But as much as possible, at least try and make one dish for the family, because we all have helps to help us in the kitchen. But then, what happens as a pranic healer, I can tell you that a lot of energy goes into making a food. So when you are taking help from outside, okay, or not on a regular basis, maybe sometimes you're taking or sometimes you're eating out, that's fine. But on a regular basis, I recommend that you should cook the meals. Even if it is a simple one-pot meal, try and do it yourself so that lot of your love goes for the family. A person who is coming and doing it, she's doing for her survival. So whatever energy she's carrying with her, maybe she has had issues at home, she will bring that energy and put into your food, and all of you are consuming, and maybe that is not going to help you. But okay, with so much of people working throughout the day and all, they don't find time. It is under, but if you can, as far as possible, also packet foods. Like you get all these cornflakes, this, that, okay, fine. But have you seen the hidden sugar in those packets? First enemy is sugar and salt. Now, young people are having diabetes. Why is it so? Because we are not caring about our diets. Whatever is available easily, we are eating it. Okay, eating is one part. The second most important part is, are we doing any exercises? Most of us love to have this sedentary lifestyle. Okay, eat, sit, sleep, make merry, fine, finish. When it comes to exercise, the general answer is, I have no time, I have to look after this, I have to look. Yeah, I also go through the same pain. I have healings, but still I find my time, because it is about how you manage your time. It is about management of time. You can manage everything, and still I have time to chat on WhatsApp and Facebook. Many people ask me, you have nothing better to do than posting pictures. I said, yes, I have all the time in the world, because I have completed my work. So it is about exercise. Now, exercise doesn't mean that you have to go to a gym. You can do now everything is available on Google. Everything is available on YouTube. You can do some exercises. You can do at least some stretches. You can do some yoga postures. If that is not possible, go for walks, regular walks. Do some breathing exercises to at least increase the capacity of your lungs. Because at this time, what is important is this disease is affecting, the virus is affecting your lungs. So it is better to do certain breathing where you can use your lungs to the maximum capacity, because we are always doing very shallow breathing. We don't do deep. How many of you in a daytime really breathe very deeply? It's all on the very superficial level so we don't optimize the function of the lungs. Secondly, you can go for walks. You can, if that is also not available, go down the stairs, up and down few times. Of course, if your knees are in good condition, but only when you do these that you can be healthy. Thirdly, it is having good habits. What are the good habits? Do you drink enough water throughout the day? Do you keep yourself? Now, doesn't mean that somebody has told you, okay, you should have 5 liters. There is nothing called 5 liters and 6 liters. It is how much your body demands. And if it is so difficult, if it's key, I don't know how much I have drank. So what I do is normally take 2 or 3 liters of water, put your name on it. In the morning, start with that water. And your aim is to drink only from those bottles. So that what you can do is you finish it at the end of the day. Your target is to finish it at the end of the day. That is one thing. Secondly, your sleeping patterns. What time you go to bed, what time you get up, what time you eat, how many meals you eat in a day is very important. For food, I can say is, I like to have small healthy meals. You can have everything, but in moderation. Don't go for these fad diets that they advertise. Go for keto diet, go for this diet, go for that diet. What happens is deprives your body of certain nutrition. You might like, those are very good for short-term trial. You can try it out, no problem. But there you can become deficient of certain things in your life. So is that important? No, it is not important. What you should do is, you should do something which is sustainable, which you can sustain throughout your lifetime. Have moderation. Everything is allowed, but in moderation. There is something called moderation. You eat your meals on time. You have water properly, have fruits, have vegetables, if you are a non-veg, have your non-vegetarian food. If you are a vegetarian, you can substitute non-veg with lentils, with tofu, with nuts. And there are so many other options available. And it takes very, very little effort to do all these at home. You can make sprouts at home. You can have this fresh chana and everything at home. There is dal, that is really the thing that we say about food is chawal and dal, very nutritious. People say no, because you are a diabetic, you cannot have rice, you should have roti. They are equivalently of the same calories. What happens is you reduce the quantity. You have small meals, but don't go hungry. Don't go ahead. There are times when it is good to have fruits in the morning. After if sunset, it is preferably not good because some people have acidity problem. It is better not to have all this in the evenings. Then immediately after eating, you go to sleep, you lie down. That is not advisable. What you can do, you can take small walks, say walk around the room for 5-10 minutes, then you can take a brief nap. I always take a brief nap in the afternoon because I am tired after my gym. So after food, I need to rest for a while. So that is a very, you can say a cat nap of 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm fresh, to charge to go about my other work. Then again at night time, like people are awake till 1:30 to 3:30, because they are playing with their mobile, they are watching TV, that's fine. But that disturbs your sleep patterns. Before your sleep, what you should do is off the gadgets before, say, half an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, because that keeps on playing in your mind and you are disturbed. You have a disturb. It's very important to have at least 7 hours of good undisturbed sleep, because the body repairs at that time. And also I would suggest to have a very early dinner. I have my dinner by 6:30. There are times when I'm not able to, but 7:30 is something that you try to have. Because before you go to bed, before you retire for the night, it is important that your food is almost digested. So you will have a good night's sleep. You can't sleep with a loaded stomach. It is not advisable. People do. They eat and then, okay, it's very late and they go off to sleep. Better not to do. When it is unavoidable, well, we can't do anything about it, but better not to do. The other thing is getting up early in the morning. For people, if you're going to bed at 2:33, you don't expect them to get up early. It is advisable. If you can get up in the morning, because that is the time you can, before the children or the other members of the family get up, you can have a good time to yourself. You can do your breathing. I start my day with my prayers. I sit on my bed, do my prayers, bless everybody around me, look forward to a happy day, and I get up with a very happy mood. And then I do certain breathing exercises to keep my lungs and everything in place, so that to fight the virus all around me. And whatever, when you take precautions, after all, it is whatever is destined, you have to go through it. And then you start your day. You have your whatever in the morning. Whatever, I have my almonds in the morning with tea. Of course, I am a tea addict. I restrict it, but then I like it. But another thing is about sugar. People have to have measured quantities. There are these refined sugars in the market, which is not very good. So there is something called a brown sugar, which is a non-polished sugar. You can have that. That is less damaging. Every sugar is damaging. And instead of the regular salt that you get in the market, if you can use the Himalayan pink salt, that is very good. That is very good, because again, it is unpolished and it comes directly from the rocks. They don't send it for polishing with chemicals and stuff like that. So these things are very, also the medium of oil. People say olive oil, this oil, that oil. Everything is perfect if you can have in moderation. Balance. Everything in life is about balance. The third thing is about proper hygiene. To have good environment around you, cleanliness around you, then, keeping your clothes clean, keeping your body clean, because the body is your temple. It should be clean at all times. So I recommend, like I do as pranic healers, we do a salt water bath every day. That is the last rinse of the bath. You use salt in your mug of water and you just pour it on you. After that, no water. You just wipe yourself clean and dry. Use deodorants, use essential oils. Once in a while on a Sunday, make a coffee scrub, and you can scrub your body and wait for about 10-15 minutes and imagining that all the toxins and the negative energies which you may have absorbed during the week are expelled from your system. So that is a good way of maintaining good hygiene. Secondly is purification. What do you mean by purification? The body purification is done. Your purification of your thoughts. Are your thoughts clean? Are your thoughts balanced? Are you stressed out all the time? Do you help people? Do you want people to do good in their life? Do you wish good luck to people? Do you even greet your people? Do you shout on people unnecessarily? Do you threaten people? We all do. We actually all do. But how much you do is important. And how often you do is very important. So by and large, what you should do is have little good thoughts. For that, what do? You listen to good music, little motivational speakers. When you go, you can go to some site and you can watch some videos where you get encouraged, you feel nice. Suppose you're not feeling very good about yourself or about some incident or anything, you can listen to good music that will soothe you, keep you well. The next point I would like to mention is constancy. Okay, I am saying so many things, but it is not about, okay, Kalyani ma'am is telling me this. So from tomorrow I am all charged up and I start my day. And you start, and what happens in 3 days, you fizzle out. You see, okay, no result, nothing. What she has said is all, I don't know. She has just said it and okay, nothing is happening to me. So that is not the way. You have to keep on, keep at it. Maybe some days you will fail. First day you fail, second day, third day, but somewhere it will make a difference. So when from that, we take one step at a time. You don't have to do everything on the same day. So when you do one step at a time, what happens? Slowly you will see that becomes your habit. It becomes a routine. To have a routine in life is very, very important. Very, very important. You cannot say, okay, today I don't feel like having bath. Chalo, nahi karte. Okay, once in a while, pardoned, you can. But doesn't make it a habit. Okay, today also I did not get time so to exercise. Okay, tomorrow. So that tomorrow never comes. For me, it is always now. I have to do, even if it is for 10 minutes, I have to do it. Because I feel uneasy at the end of the day, as if I have failed. Again, you have to also be kind to yourself. Sometimes I'm very strict with myself. You have to be kind to yourself also. Okay, body, some days body doesn't allow you because you're overworked with maybe your healing sessions or your work or your stress or your colleagues, whatever. But try to maintain that constancy of aim and effort is very important. You have to be at it to achieve results. And another, can you please mute yourself, please? A request. The other point I would like to say is forgiveness. Try and forgive people. There is no point holding on to things which are not important to you, because in the long run, you're only harming yourself. Just try and forgive. It's okay. People have said certain things at that point of time. You were angry, you did not like, you were holding on to. But you can just next day, you don't have to go to the person and say sorry. You can sit in front of God, you can sit in front of your guru or yourself, and you just say, I'm really sorry. You did not mean it. Maybe at that time you were not in the right frame of mind. You said certain things and it has hurt somebody badly. And you can feel it also that, okay, the vibes are not good and stuff like that. It's okay. So you can just practice forgiveness, because if you keep on storing, as sir always says, that if you keep on storing, some days it will manifest as a physical ailment for you, because you've been just, holding it against people. It is not important. It is not important. It is good to leave all that. Just be with yourself. Do what feels nice about it, and why about health so much? Because nowadays you are seeing everybody is having serious health problems. Mostly it is obesity, it is diabetes. So when you inculcate these good habits of eating good food, physical activity, breathing, exercises, you can manage your weight and you can have more energy. Now, energy means calories. Now you also have to see in a day how much calorie are you intaking. Are you intaking more than you're expending, whether you are using up that calories? So it is like bank balance, you are putting money, and every day you're withdrawing. There is nothing in the bank. So what happens is you're going on stuffing yourself, but you're not exercising. So those are stored as fats in your body. And that becomes, after a certain point, it becomes very difficult to lose that excess, which has already been stored for ages, for 10, 15 years. But every day what you eat, you say you're consuming 2000 calories a day. So, okay, maybe a balance of 500 you're keeping in your body, but you also have to utilize those calories. So you burn it. How do you burn it? By exercise, by jogging, by whatever mode, but you burn it off. You don't store it. The moment you eat and you don't do any exercises, you will just store them in your body as fixed deposits. And these fixed deposits are not cashable. It will give you a lot of health issues. Then what happens? Instead of eating healthy, you will go and pay the doctor. So my request and my personal experience is I would rather go to a gym, because when you see people exercising, you feel like also exercising. So that is also a place where you have some time for yourself, away from the house, away from the family. You have some me time to yourself. And you exercise because the others are exercising. Once you are in the gym, you will. That doesn't mean you have to. You can go to parks, you can go for walking, whatever suits you. But friends, please be at it. Now, after saying all this, it is also very important to maintain that. How do you maintain it? You have to have certain goals in your life. What are the goals? Certain targets in your life. How do you do it? You have to make structured goals. Okay, today I will walk for 15 minutes. I will eat less calories. So if you are having 3 chapatis in a day for one meal, say I reduce to 1.5. Don't make drastic changes, because that will disturb your mind. You will start feeling hungry because your body has got used to that kind of food. Once you're eating it, after eating, you have to give about 10 to 15 minutes for your body or your mind to understand that you're full. So when we keep on eating, what happens? We are not aware that much of food. You have to keep one-fourth of the stomach empty. And try and drink water also before the food or after the food. Some say about half an hour after the food. I drink it after half an hour. You can have green tea with it to, digest food, and also burn some calories, as they say. I don't know how far it is true, but green tea is always very good. Also, you can have habits which you can follow. Make certain changes which you can follow, which is good for everybody. And the health is not only for you, it is also for your family members, for your children. So when you start, you are the leader. Everybody will slowly, they might put resistance, they might not like it, but you can slowly make the changes. Also, you can have a friend with you, how. So both of you can discuss. Okay, what did you eat today? What did you do in a day to day? Let's go for a walk together. So both of you can join hands, and you can make a track sheet and also see your progress, how you're progressing with your food, how you're progressing with your exercises, your attitude towards life, how much of stress you are having, and also one behavior at a time. Means today ma'am said, so okay, tomorrow everything I'm going to change in the house. So it will be a shock for the people. Don't do that. One at a time. And don't be very harsh on yourself. Be more loving to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And these things, it is a process. It will not change overnight. It has taken me years. The yo-yo, sometimes you put on, sometimes you reduce. When you see, okay, those extra kgs have come up. Okay, now where do I need to cut on? Do I need to cut on sweets? Do I need to? You can do that. And also have small goals, small targets. Don't have big targets to achieve that. People are telling you, okay, I will give you this diet, so you will reduce 10 kgs in a month. Impossible. You can. I'm not saying it is not. not at the cost of your health, that you stop eating most of your things that you liked and you are stressed. So what happens? Your mind is disturbed. You will not get good sleep. You will not feel nice about yourself. You might lose that weight, but do it in a moderate way. So end of the thing, it is moderation. Have always a positive attitude towards yourself. What you're eating, what you're cooking, what you're bringing from the market. Don't go for these shortcuts. So these are the few things I thought I would share. Anything else if I'm missing on, sir, can you ask them if anybody wants to have any queries related to this? I can just help them answer. Maybe I don't have answer to each and every. It is just my personal sharing that I've been doing all my life. I thought I would, sir wanted me to talk about this. So I just a few pointers that I could, put in and present it to you all. I hope it was useful to you. And sir, you can take over, sir.
It was really excellent.
Thank you so much,
The
sir.
best way of taking care of the body and mind, both physical as well as psychological health.
Yes, sir.
If any of you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I shall try and answer.
Anybody has anything?
Is night fasting considered good?
Night fasting in the sense you're sleeping, so you're fasting, right?
No, extra few 2-3 hours you can add. Is it good?
I didn't get your question. Can you be a little elaborate on your question, please?
To be more precise,
What time do you have your last meal? You tell me that, please.
8.
8. And what time do you go to bed?
11.
11. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And what time do you get up?
7.
Oh, that's okay. If your body requires that much of sleep. But 11, if there's work pressure and all, then you can't do. But of course, you're getting a gap of 3 hours. That's good enough. But do you have sweets and everything? Stop at 8 o'clock means stopping your food at 8 o'clock. After that, you can only have water. At the most, you can have green tea or, some chamomile or some kind of tea.
Okay.
Yeah. You can have your water. You can hydrate yourself. That's good enough. But 8 o'clock, you're having your dinner. Then 9:30, you want to have 2 sweets, which I also do. I'm like apologizing that sometimes I get craving for something. So I get up and have, because there is no point stressing your body so much. Once in a while, it's okay, but it should not be a habit if you're looking forward to some goals or targets. But that's absolutely, if you can bring the sleeping time little earlier, is better. If 7:30 to 8 is moderately fine. Moderately fine, because people go to work and, whatever. And also to have small meals throughout the day. Don't be hungry all the time, That is where, your sugar levels and all rise up and all. It's better to have small meals, even if it is a handful of nuts. Nuts are the very useful things. And another thing I would like to add is when you have your nuts, please pre-soak them at night. Has more benefits than having the almonds just like that, And also milk, I did not add, is people have lactose intolerance. Many people are not able to digest milk. So what is the substitute? There is soya milk readily available. There is almond milk, but you can have few almonds in a day. So at least it adds to your nutritive value. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Anything else? Anybody else?
Madam, for immunity, what
a
should we
doubt.
do to increase our immunity? What
Immunity.
should we have?
Good food, breathing
And for-
exercises and exercises.
Yeah, some special foods we should eat for immunity.
The healthy food that is readily Indian family, we have such healthy food. You have all the dals, all the vegetables. Now it is winter, very good fruits. You have oranges, apples. You can have all those, but all the fruits, I suggest you have it in the morning, pre-lunch, You have dahi, you have buttermilk, you have your nuts. If you're not allergic, there are people who are allergic to certain kind of. So if you want like any specific diet or anything, or a calorie maintained diet, you can, with permission from sir, you can contact me. I would make a chart for you. So you can follow that and see for a month if that makes a difference in your daily this thing. Immunity, you should do a lot of breathing exercises, Vastrika Pranayam and all those really help, really help.
Okay, ma'am.
Go for
Thank you.
small walks. Don't just sit around in the house saying, like people do, no, I have no time, I'm so lazy, today I had a bad day. Everybody has that, it's with everybody. But in that also, if you can just squeeze in some time for yourself, you deserve that time for yourself, especially ladies. It's a 24-hour work for us. And people who are into some kind of profession or whatever, you have to have hobbies, you have to listen to music, you have to do so many things. In the morning, you can just get up, like I put a chant. So what happens as a pranic healer, whatever energies that are accumulated in the house are dispersed and from the house. Okay, then you can use agarbattis. Everybody does in Indian families. Of course, we do that. So these small things you can do, So the vibes of the house is good, And also when relationships are good in the house, you will see a lot of happiness, a lot of good health, lot of overall, everything will be good for you. Your finances, everything. It is all because of our energy body. And since as a pranic healer, I work on the energy body, it is very, very important to have all these factors, because everything, finance, relationship, it comes because if you are chakras, if everything is functioning properly, you will attract those energies to you. There is nobody called outside factors are not responsible. It is you. It is you. Like sir says, you have to take 100% responsibility for what you're doing, what you're saying. I cannot say I did this because XYZ said this to me. No, it is not like, it doesn't work like that. Yes, ma'am. Anything else? Anybody else?
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, hello. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Shalini here.
Yeah.
I
Shalini?
have a lot of health issues.
Yes.
In this way, I'm hypothyroid
Mm-hmm.
and I'm having diabetes. I have BP problems. Right now, my BP is very high.
Okay.
It's 183 by 95, and my pulse is around 60, I think 59, 60.
Mm-hmm.
Can pranic healing help me in lowering my BP and all these things?
Yes, but you will have to first help yourself, ma'am.
How?
How? Are you stressed?
Yes, every Indian lady थोड़ा
Yes.
तो किचु ना किचु
थोड़ा थोड़ा बनता है, पर आप रखते कितना हो अंदर में?
ওইটা তো আমি মেজার করতে পারবো না
তাহলে আপনি ওটাকে নিজের কাছে ধরে রাখলে তো ওটা থাকবে. You have to release it, na? Pranic healing helps you release all these. Even sir's sessions are all about releasing, forgiving. Are you able to forgive people easily?
yes
Yes.
yes
Outwardly and inwardly.
inward no means inwardly means मन से
Can I explain this to you?
yeah
It's about
please
pranic healing. Yeah.
please
So
please
there are two types of forgiveness. Okay, two types. Forgiveness is, suppose XYZ has told me certain things and I've not liked her behavior or whatever. I have not liked her. So I'm holding it against her. So I've said, but people, and then I talk to my friends and my friends say, okay, ठीक है, बोल दिया, आप उसको forgive कर दो. So you said, okay, I am so very forgiving, I have forgiven. Fine. You said, forgiven and I am fine. Okay. Again, when you meet that person, second, what happens? The same record is playing. Why? Oh, this one, she told me this, I just can't stand her. Why? That is where your forgiveness has happened on the superficial level. Why? Because your friend told you or somebody told or you felt, I have forgiven her. But inside, you are still holding on to that person or the circumstances or whatever she has told you. When je boleche, whatever the person has said, you still only. So inner forgiveness from the heart, from the crown, it happens when you see the person and you're still able to go and say hello to her and smile at her. And that doesn't mean you have to go and hug her and kiss her and say, oh, you know, I have, no, it's okay. You just acknowledge her presence by giving her a smile or a hello. You don't ignore her. So that means your forgiveness has happened from inside. Then you are free. The chain that was caught, it is a chain, you know, when hatred binds as much as love binds, you know. So it is hatred also binds people. So you have to release that chain. And I said, you are free, because if you're not forgiving her, you are, whenever her topic or anything comes, you keep on thinking, and that incident keeps playing. So what happens? Who's harming? You're harming yourself. বুঝেছেন?
হ্যাঁ বুঝেছি। আমি আরেকটা বলতে চাই যে কিছু মানে 1 বছরের মধ্যে within month of 11 months I lost both my parents.
Okay.
And ওইটার জন্য আমার মানে খুবই দুঃখ, মানে খুব মানে
Yeah.
ওইটাই আমার পুরো সংসার ছিল।
That is, yeah, I really feel sorry for that. But what do? You know, it is a process. It is a process.
I am not able to forget that.
Then you have to forgive yourself, you know. Okay, whenever you find time, you can call me. Let us see if we can help you in any way, you know.
Please share me your number also.
Yeah, we will be sharing the contact details in the group. You can contact her. Yeah, after the session, we'll be sharing the recording as well as the contact details.
Thanks
so
a lot,
if any of you want to contact her for personal sessions or any guidance, you can contact her. She is a very good healer. She has more than 17 years healing experience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anybody else? I thought I'll have a lot of questions. I'm so excited to answer.
Moreover, just by looking at her, you can understand her energy levels.
Yeah.
People even at the age of 40, 50, they feel that I'm aged, I'm overweight, my body is not cooperating like this. But even at the age of 62, you can see her energy levels just by the way she is talking. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir. Gratitude, sir. Thank you.
Shall we close, or anybody has anything to ask, share, comment?
Yeah, please. At least make some comments.
Hello, can I come in?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. See, actually, in context with the recent, the question the other person asked you about, and then you spoke about the forgiveness.
Yeah.
See, my experience is we do forgive people because then we introspect, and sometimes we feel that what that person has done is not intentional, maybe circumstantial, or maybe that person himself or herself has some issues, which is coming out like that.
Right.
So I will not have any grudge against that person.
Okay.
But to safeguard myself, whenever I interact with that person again, it is a very natural thing to protect myself and then be aware of what happened in the previous interaction, and just guard myself. So is that?
Yeah, you can, but what is the necessity to be in that person when you see there are things called chemistry, because you don't have certain vibes with the person. So if it is not important to interact or be in that company, just avoid it. It's best to avoid, because if seeing her makes you agitated or out of, it's better not to be there. It's better to avoid.
Certain relations in family, with the extended family, you are forced to be in touch.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So what I practice is I don't hold anything against that person. I don't have anything against that person, but then because I am also a sensitive person, I don't want to go through that pain repeatedly, because I have no control on the other person, how that person is going to react. So I keep my interaction, I am careful as to what to speak, what not to speak, so that I don't expect a similar kind of reaction again. So is that fine?
Yeah,
to deal that with?
perfectly fine, because you know your gut feeling will tell you what to do, how to take it further. And in pranic healing, we have certain courses where they tell you how to close your aura. You can just close your hands like this at the back, not showing anybody. So that means, so your aura will not be affected by the words or attitude of the other person. So you can, this call the closing of the aura. So you keep yourself closed.
Okay.
So whatever the attacks are, that's why I told you the salt water bath, mopping the house with salt is very, very good, you know. It also cleans your house of any type of, because you don't know, end of the day, there are so many people walking in, going out, or so a person who helps in your house, or domestic person who helps in your house. You don't know what kind of energy the person is carrying. So what happens is, you mop the house, you put chandan agarbatti, because the flames that come out, you know, it helps in cleansing your house to a certain extent. You can play om chantings. So all these small, small habits, if you make, you know, it will keep you safe. You can protect, you can, in your mind, when you're meeting the person, you can start chanting om slowly, you know, and you can just ask for divine protection whenever you're going, meeting that person, so that her aura doesn't affect you.
But
So,
what I have realized in this journey of forgiving or not taking it to heart, or I've been practicing this for probably more than a year or two, but I'm also feeling that I'm emotionally getting very distanced from such people also. Like I'm kind of somewhere that emotional attachment is also diluting.
That's fine, because see, every person comes to your life is with a purpose, because it is predestined by the divine to come to teach you certain lessons. See, every person comes, you will see, you will learn some lesson from that person. When the time, the working of that period is over with the person, you will see there will be some kind of conflict, some kind of vibes, and the person walks out from your life. Means her role in your life is done.
Over. Okay.
You can take it that way. So there are many times you will suddenly see somebody comes into your life. You like the person, but somewhere something is going wrong. Why? Because that role of that person is, that is what we have learned in pranic healing. These are not my words. That the role, that person was planted in your life to teach you certain lessons. So it can be a difficult time for you.
Yes.
So in-laws, sometimes friends, sometimes colleagues in office, sometimes even your staff give you a very difficult time, very, very difficult time. So they have been purposely planted to work on your virtues. You are learning a lesson. She has been sent to you so that maybe you're learning patience, you're learning to be more sharing, to be more giving, to be more forgiving. So all these are part and parcel of daily life.
Okay.
Lifestyle. These are lifestyle. So the more you adapt to it, more you understand these things, life will be very easy.
Micah, stop this.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. To a great extent, you have answered my
Most
apprehensions.
I've tried. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. Can I ask one question, madam? This is Anutosh.
Sure, sure. Yes, Santosh, please tell me.
Madam, my wife is quite fearful regarding the present COVID condition, pandemic. So what should she do?
What does she do?
What should she do?
What are you doing as a husband in the house to help her?
I just ask her not to get scared,
Is that
I,
helping?
I tell her that, she's doing it unnecessarily.
Yeah, somebody is saying stop watching news.
Yes, thank you so much.
Actually, it is, the more inputs we are getting from all corners. Now the main headline is only, everything that comes in the news is inflated. Everything is correct.
Yes.
You tell me, everything is correct.
No, it's not. No, it's not correct.
And the more you're fearful, you are getting these energies of fear in you. Since as a pranic healer, I can tell you, all these energies are getting stored in you. The energy of fear, the energy of worry. What are you inhaling? वरी डर लग रहा, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, अरे बोलो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. At least affirm the right thing.
All right, I'll do that.
You affirm the right thing. Ask her to write in a piece of paper every day, I am perfectly fine, I am healthy, my family is healthy, and God is there to protect us. Then nothing
Okay, I'll
will
do that.
because the more you get into that means you are inhaling those worry energies within you कि मुझे डर लग रहा है. But if you say मुझे कुछ नहीं परवाह है, सब ठीक होगा, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. So have that. It is
All right.
difficult. I know it is easier said than done, but you can try it. You can try it. Just be
Thank you
supportive.
so much. Thank you so
Be
much.
supportive. Just be supportive.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, thank you so much.
Don't do
It
those
was
stuff.
a pleasure talking to you.
Just change the channel to something more nice.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. It was nice talking to you.
Same
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Sir, it's been quite some time now, sir.
Next.
Sir, you don't have
Thank
any
you very much,
questions?
madam. Thanks to all of you for
Sir, you
joining
don't have
today's
any
session.
questions? I
Sorry,
don't know.
madam.
You don't have any questions?
No, but as of now, as I have spoken to you earlier several times, you have cleared all of most of my doubts.
Thank you so much,
If I
sir.
get any more doubts, I'll be contacting you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime.
You'll be sharing her, Kalyani Das madam's contact details in our group. If any of you want to go for personal sessions or healing sessions or guidance, you can contact her. Thanks to all of you. Thank you. Please remember to share your feedback in the group.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you,
Yes, sir,
madam.
we
Thank
will.
you.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you, sir.
See you.
Thank you,
Tata.
Thank you,
Kalyani.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Kalyani,
ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Veronica.
Thank you. Thank you, Kalyani.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Questions from you.
Yes, I'll be contacting you.
Why
Thank
not?
you.
On the forum? Let's all hear.
Yes.
Anyway, you can.
Take care. It was a very lovely session. I was happy to be part of this. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
I
Thank you,
also-
brother Srinivas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, what is the secret of your beauty, ma'am? You're so beautiful and young and looking so energetic.
Thank you.
It's a heart.
Very nice.
I told you have to make those changes for the last 60 years. We'll all go together in this journey. This year, 2022, everybody will be healthy, beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You have to work towards it. It takes a lot of hard work and to be consistent.
Definitely.
There's
Yep.
nothing different that I do. I eat, I hog a lot. I eat throughout the day. When people see my plate, they say, how are you thin? But then I burn it out also. You have to work it out also. So you can eat as much. I eat a lot. People get scared sometimes seeing my food. But I don't care because I know the next thing what I'm going to do.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kalyani ji. Thank you very much. Thank you, brother Srinivas. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Most welcome. Bye bye. See you.
See you.
Tata.